Hello Cancerians, do hope that you are well on this beautiful June. My name is Bella and this is your love horoscope for June 2017. 2017? 2018, I've just lost an entire year. Anyway, you lovely gorgeous Cancerians, it is 2018 and this is... I'm going to leave this exactly as this is because I'm all tongue-tied. You know why? Because I've done a lot of videos. I've just been talking and talking and talking. So, if you're watching me for the first time, I'm obviously losing my mind. And this is your love horoscope. I'll tell you why, because I'm really excited this month. Nearly everybody's that I've been doing has been just so gorgeous and so lovely that when I got to yours, it was like, oh, this is even interesting. So you've got a really interesting read here today. Started off, obviously, me getting tongue-tied, but it's so interesting because, oh my God, you guys are going to get a surprise. It's like surprise, surprise. Somebody is going to surprise you, and it feels to me that this might be one of those readings that is a little bit specific for some Cancerians because it feels very, very much about somebody from your past. So all I can say to people who are single before I focus just on the specific message that my guides, so if you're watching me for the first time, how I work as I'm a psychic, I work with my spirit guides, they give me messages, information, all sorts of different things that I interpret in a very general way so that you can watch the flow of how things are flowing when it comes to your month. But they are wanting to be a little bit specific because it's an interesting tell, I guess, for those of you who, gosh, I mean, to be fair, you can be single or even in a relationship. This still feels like it might happen. Somebody from your past is going to surprise you in this month when it's all about love. So what's so special about this month? It kind of started from the 15th of May, but this month it's like super boost love month. It's like intoxication. It is all about our focus, all of us, our focus being on our love life, our romantic ventures, our everything. If you're single, this is the best month to date, but also be careful because you might be meeting somebody new, but somebody from your past wants to come and surprise you quite a lot in a positive way, and it may surprise you because of who they are also in particular, particularly your connection to them or perhaps how it ended also as well. This could also be true if you are in a loving relationship and you're fine, you're not even looking, whatever it is, somebody from your past is going to boop pop up this month. Anybody would think it was a retrograde, but it isn't. It's because this month is so intensely about love that if we've got unfinished business or we've got closure or we haven't had closure with somebody, and you know, with social media these days, sometimes we can see people or, you know, people you might know or things like that, that we can be reinvigorated, particularly with this energy, to actually want to do something about it. To you know, last chance saloon, to even say sorry, even to bring about closure. Whatever this is, my dears, it seems to be happening for you guys in particular because they're saying here you're going to be surprised. Even me telling you this, you're going to be surprised. And it seems to happen, but it could happen earlier depending on what's rising in your other signs. But it feels to me by the third week. It's in this month, no matter what, but it feels to me in the third week, so I'm going to leave it there for now, that this person surprises you. Now, what I can tell you about this person is that they left you. So they left you, and it feels like they left you with bad taste in the mouth, with not many answers to anything. They kind of ghosted you, went quiet, suddenly went silent, just withdrew, just went. Just like that. That's your first clue. Second clue is, I think, even though they left you and said nothing, later on you found out stuff about them that perhaps didn't make you very happy. So this could be that you found out they left you and they went with somebody else, or when they left you found out they took money from you, or something that you feel deceived over, that they didn't have the guts to perhaps tell you at the time. Also, I have to say, the difference also between you and them now is that your statuses have changed. So perhaps when you saw them, perhaps you were doing a different job, perhaps you had less money, or perhaps you were just in a different emotional place to where you are now. Because you're being shown as actually much more emotionally intelligent than they are, that your status is better than they are now, and that they are the one where the tides have been turned. It's almost like they had a reflection that what they did to you was a bad thing, but also they didn't appreciate you also at the time. And it's a little bit like karma coming round, but I guess the only bonus is that they're trying to either bring you closure to say, I'm actually sorry, So this could be as simple as them reaching out to you saying, oh my God, I found you on Facebook. Hey, how you doing? And also, I just wanted to apologise to you that actually I really, really let you down. So sorry, there's some neighbours outside talking really loud and I've got my windows open. I hope that's not distracting you. But basically, it feels to me they've done a lot of thinking and they feel very compelled to come and step themselves forward to you. They will do it very spontaneously, so because it feels to me that if they think about it or overthink about it too much, because they kind of know they're in the wrong, and that there's a likelihood that you could probably, you know, bite the head off, that they do it kind of without thinking. So it could be that because they do it without thinking, that they kind of like, you know, do it in a very kind of clumsy way. So just be aware of that. So if you're like, oh my God, they just turn up and then they did it in this way, and it could infuriate you, just know that it's come from a very impulsive place as to why they've done this, because they just feel compelled to try to see if there's a bridge that can be crossed, basically. I also get here part of their personality that one of the things why you never move forward is because they constantly couldn't commit. So they constantly procrastinated, they constantly delayed things, they got very discomfortable in things, and they just couldn't provide certainty. All the things that you wouldn't want to attract back into your life. But they have changed. It feels to me this in the time apart, whether this has been 3 months or 3 years or 30 years, this person wants to come back in and say sorry, basically, and also to see if they can build a bridge to reconnecting in a romantic way. It will be entirely up to you. What you will get, 100% is closure. What you will get is feeling, particularly because the status is changed. So you are, it sounds horrible, but you just feel like you're better than them. I don't know how else to put that. It just, like, the shift has changed. So I'll give you an example. Many, many years ago, I was dating a guy in my early 20s, and he worked for the Queen, and he was very, very posh. And he had a really nice house and everything, and I was a student. I had no money at all. And I had this really common voice because I was from London, and he had this really posh one, and he was a lot older than me, and we couldn't have been chalk and cheese. And then I saw him about 15 years later, and things had mighty changed. You know, my position was very, very different. I had more income than what I did. He was actually on far less than what I was, and he'd lost his hair. And do you see what I mean? The status had changed around. So actually, I didn't feel perhaps as inferior as I did the first time around. It's the same sort of feeling that you get. It just makes you feel better a little bit. That's the best example I can give you. So that happens in the third week. It could happen for some of you earlier, but that's where this builds into. Before that, again, if you're single dating, if you're in your loving relationships, it feels very much that you are distracted. I do get here, like I said, they come in and they are very clumsy about the way they come in. And partly one of the things you end up testing, for those of you who are perhaps very curious about perhaps reconnecting in a romantic way, is that you seem to want to test them on one thing in particular: their honesty about the thing that you found out after they'd left, about them telling you it, and I feel they will, and also to see whether they are slow in how they communicate and how they pick things up, how they ask you to do things. If they're too slow for you, you will not entertain them one little bit. The other thing, for those of you who they step in and you are in a relationship, I feel like it will be definitely for closure, but for some of you, again, depending on your own personal circumstances, you may be in this kind of right position where perhaps your long-term relationship isn't feeling very good, it feels very sour, that actually this may feel very meaningful for you in this month. My guide is saying here, enjoy it, but don't make a firm decision until you're out this month, because it's a beautiful energy, but it could also create illusions of it being much more wonderful than what it actually is. So if you're in a long-term relationship, to be careful of those decisions. I feel here this person does want to express some emotions that you probably wouldn't have seen before, that they do want to be honest, they do like to talk, so there's a lot of talking, a lot of talking. I do get here that they want to try to show you abundance, but abundance comes from the heart and not in material aspects anymore. And if I'm being very truthful, the person that comes across as being guarded is you and not them, because actually it's for their job to kind of to get themselves back into your life, if that makes sense. And so I do get you here guarding your heart because of the experience you've had with that person, but I do get you listening. I do get you being open to listening, most of you. And by the end of the month, particularly because you'd only have a couple of weeks, to be fair, it could also spill into July, but how it's been shown so far that some of you, as soon as even end of June, would have made your decision about whether you're going to allow them to build a bridge to you or whether you're just going to like, thanks but no thanks, but it's really great to hear from you otherwise, because you still get something from it. So your love life is really interesting. No matter what your circumstances are, somebody from your past pops up to say hello. Somebody from your past that perhaps you might be like, I don't know if I want to see them again. But by the by, even if you do or you don't, you get to make a decision. You get something from it. You get closure. And it makes you feel good. It makes you feel empowered. That can't be a bad thing. So anyway, I hope that that's been really helpful for you this month. Again, if you'd like to subscribe, do that below. And I will see you next month because I'm getting myself all tongue-tied. Anyway, guys, take care. Bye.